Assalamu alaikum and good evening, all the way from the Queen Elizabeth Hall in Oldham. Tonight we are here to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Oldham Business Awards. And of course, over the 10 years, it has become the largest gathering of business people in the whole of Greater Manchester. This is the biggest award ceremony in Greater Manchester. And tonight, the proud organizers of Oldham Business Awards are celebrating its 10th anniversary, again with a sellout crowd of just over 600 business people who have come from the very best of Oldham to recognize, to celebrate the success stories that are being crafted here in Oldham. And as you know, historically, Oldham is and has been King Cotton. It was the center of the world for the cotton industry, which supplied the whole of the world with cotton yarn. And tonight, the business community comes here as we move into the future of the business community in this town. And the future is being driven by those who are actually present here tonight. You will be seeing a lot of them later on. But yes, we have some guests here who we are going to interview as they're coming into the Queen Elizabeth Hall to be entertained and also to be celebrated and recognized. So let's see who's here first, see if we can get some words out of them. Who's first? Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Come here. So we have the chairman of Probash Bangla TV, Afzal Rabbani here, who has probably for the first time you are coming to these award ceremonies. Right. Well, what do you think so far when you walked into the entrance where it is the 10th anniversary of Oldham Business Awards?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. As everybody know, Mr. Khan is very popular. He is a good presenter as well. So thank you. I feel very privileged today here in Oldham Queen Elizabeth Hall. And this is very first time I came here in this kind of event like Business Award. And as we know, as I know, this is the Oldham Council partnership, the business leader, and they're promoting all the businesses of Greater Manchester and North England. So this is great thing to be I experienced today, tonight here. And of course, I'll see so many friends here, definitely. And I hope it will be a nice evening and dinner party here. So wish all the best whoever organized this program. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. Thank you.
Thank you. So just don't go away. Come back. So Probash Bangla TV, as the chairman, Probash Bangla TV are here invited to cover some of the awards. How do you feel about how Probash Bangla TV has come from not only just doing community coverage to the mainstream here tonight?
This is a great thing, Mr. Khan. As you know, when we started, we was nothing. Just from zero to now we are wherever we are standing. So this is our kind of recognition. All this good and bigger, all the events we're covering up, as well as tonight's is a very prestigious event tonight. And they called us to cover partly, not full, because this room will be dark and everything. There is something, so this live program will not be good to see. So that's why we'll cover part of it. We'll take some interview and everything. This is, I believe, this is a recognition from the wider community. We was only community spokes about, and we said we are voice of the community, only like targeting community, Bangladeshi community and Asian community. But now we are in mainstream community. So this is a great achievement, I believe, I feel. So thank you. I'll thank them because they invited us here to cover. So thank you very much again.
No, thank you, Afzal Rabbani, the chairman of Probash Bangla TV, for coming into covering the Oldham Business Awards, which is a fantastic event and evening for recognizing Oldham businesses. Right. Hiya. Welcome. Come closer to me.
Thank you very much.
So we're here from PBTV, Probash Bangla TV, for the first time, sort of covering some aspects of the Oldham Business Awards. You are the
I'm the chair, Steve
Yeah, right.
Kilroy.
Hi. So, friends, we have Steve Kilroy here, who is the chair of Oldham Business Awards, and I'm sure he's absolutely proud tonight that it's the 10th anniversary of this Business Awards that has wonderfully was started 10 years ago. And tonight is also a bumper sellout night, and lots of brilliant businesses who are actually being celebrated and recognized and will be awarded. So, Steve, tell us how you feel tonight.
Absolutely fantastic. We've been working to this point for 10 years, as you said. And in 2008, we never could imagine what we've actually got here today. So when I've looked back, I'm going to quote some numbers tonight. We've had over 5,000 nominations over those years. We've had over 5,000 people attend the event, and we've raised nearly £500,000 to put these events on, of which we put a lot of money back into the community. We're a non-profit making organisation, and what we want to see is some of the new businesses and some of the businesses in Oldham who know nothing about us to get involved and to celebrate such an evening as this with us tonight.
So, Steve, Oldham was known as King Cotton, and Oldham was actually at the center of the world's cotton industry many years ago. And Oldham also is a great place. And I think this Business Awards organizing committee, who organizes this annual event, I think it's going to lead us into the next future of what Oldham's going to become. And what do you think? Which way are we going?
We're going. If you look, we're so diverse. We've got a great community. We've got over 10,000 businesses in Oldham, from a corner shop to a multi-million-pound national company. I believe that the technology that's available today, and a lot of the new startup businesses are using that technology to take us through to the next generation. The important bit for me and the committee is to showcase all that's good about Oldham, because we don't just do business in Oldham, we do business all around the world. And what we want to do is we want to sell Oldham around the world so that we grow and give opportunities to the people of Oldham to work here in the future.
And you'll be happy to know that PBTV's viewers, although largely Oldham, is throughout the UK, Europe, Middle East and Asia. And tonight, already, I'm guessing there are people watching us from the Middle East, people watching us from Bangladesh, and we are, as you rightfully said, we are showcasing the very best of the Oldham's business community here tonight. And just moving on, tonight's nominated charity, because as you said, over £500,000 has been raised and donated to the chosen charities by this business community. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So our chosen charity for tonight is Madlow. Madlow, I think they've got around about 3,000 or 4,000 young people who are members, and also Dr. Kershaw's. So you've got both ends of the curriculum for charity. So the startup, encouraging the young people who are going to entertain us tonight, and then end-of-life care for people that have served the community and worked their life together with the people that are here tonight, sadly coming towards the end of their life. But we are proud that we can support both ends of the spectrum, and hopefully we can sow the seed for the young people to actually want to do business in Oldham, because a lot of young people now, they'll be educated in Oldham and they'll go off to university and work all around the country and the world. And like you say, if you've got a lot of people watching this programme here tonight from around the world, all I could say is this is the place where it's happening. Come to Oldham, come and celebrate, come and see what's happening with us, and celebrate the success that we are proud of. And for this year, the 10 years that have gone, and I'm sure the next 10 years going forward.
Steve, I'll have a final question for you, but before I do that, I just wanted to remind the viewers that this business community here has donated over £500,000 to local charities here, and not just only at the event. Throughout the year, the business community in Oldham rallies around all of our, known charities. So you have Dr. Kershaw's Hospice, Madlow Youth Zone, Action Oldham Fund, Maggie's Cancer Centre, the Christie, and lots of little charities. And everybody, as far as I know, throughout the year, all the business community does rally around and support these charities. Just a final question. And tonight's presenter is a very famous Rory Bremner. I mean, how wonderful is that, bringing him to Oldham?
It's fantastic. Again, it's our dream. When we started 10 years ago, we couldn't afford anybody. So Martin Torr, who is our MC, some people will know, we kind of pushed him aside because we wanted to bring some stars to Oldham, and by bringing stars to Oldham, it gets us on the map. and then it shows the other parts of the country that Oldham is serious. So having Rory Bremner here tonight, even though he's really expensive, is really one step forward. And in the next 5 years, we want to get the best of the best. Now, Rory's good, but he's a little bit old. We want some of the young up-and-coming comedians and entertainers to join us on this journey with us. So I'll say it again. If you can come and join us, get involved with the Oldham Business Awards, this is the place to be. I'm proud to be part of Oldham. We want you to be part of Oldham. So come along and enjoy it with us.
Okay, Steve, so thank you very much. I'm just going to say a few words in Bangla to reiterate what you've just said. But let's have a wonderful night tonight, as usual.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Right, সম্মানিত দর্শক আপনারা যারা দেখছেন আমরা ওল্ডহাম বিজনেস অ্যাওয়ার্ডস থেকে আজকে প্রোগ্রাম সম্প্রচারিত হচ্ছে এবং আজকের অ্যাওয়ার্ডের অলরেডি সেল আউট হয়ে গেছে অ্যান্ড আমাদের ওল্ডহামে যে বিজনেস কমিউনিটি আছে এটারে আজকে শোকেস করা হইব আপনারা যারা দেখতে থাকুকা ইটস এ ম্যাসিভ ইভেন্ট সো উই হ্যাভ আওয়ার নেক্সট গেস্ট হু ইজ হিয়ার অ্যান্ড ইজ টম ফ্রম Infinity Cars. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, Tom?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, happy to be here. We've got some cars on display here, so we're just really good to be part of the Oldham Business Awards, especially in a celebratory 10th year.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about Infinity.
So Infinity ourselves, we're a Japanese brand, so we've been out in the UK now for about 7-8 years. We've got our site just around the M60 in Stockport. We've got a good range of vehicles. We're a premium product based on Mercedes, BMW, so that's who we compete with, and we've got some great cars around with us.
Right, so I've got an Infinity, and you actually helped me to get the Infinity,
yes.
And I must say it's an absolutely brilliant car, and I think my next one should be a 4-wheel drive. What do you say to that?
That's fine, we can sort you out with a 4-wheel drive. I've already been looking for a new car for you. Well,
Right. So, what do you want to say to our viewers in as a message from Infinity? Because obviously you're here at the prestigious Oldham Business Award on its 10th anniversary, and there's lots of people watching us from all over Oldham and Greater Manchester and elsewhere.
We just want people to be aware about ourselves. We are wanting to be into the area, and we welcome everyone. We've got facilities where people can hold meetings and come to us for a chat. It's not necessarily just about the car sales, the car process. We've got everything here for people to have a good time and a good meeting space.
Well, thanks, Tom. Don't go away. Well, friends, you've just heard from Tom about Infinity Cars, and I can really endorse that because I have an Infinity myself. And it's a really brilliant car. And many people haven't heard the name Infinity, but tonight you will have heard the name Infinity. And hopefully in the near future we will be doing a show actually from your showroom, so we can actually show some of the cars and the design and the interior and the entire experience that Infinity is providing for car users. It's not just a car, it's an entire experience. So if you need to know more, Google Infinity. Right, thank you, Tom.
Cheers, thank you, take care.
Right, so friends, you can see lots of people who are actually now coming in because the program is going to start at about 7 o'clock, 7:15. So already we have a lot of people who are here. Now we have the CEO of Probash Bangla TV, Mr. M. Ahmed Junaid, and I'm going to ask Junaid how he feels about coming to the 10th anniversary prestigious Oldham Business Awards with Probash Bangla actually broadcasting for the first time.
Okay, thank you, Muzahid Khan. We are really proud to be attend here with Probash Bangla TV. We've been before as a person, but this time we came here with Probash Bangla TV. We really want to support that award since 10 years happening. Now it's 10 years happening today. So we want to show our Asian community, Asian businesses to participate. They can see what happening there. Then next year they can participate more. So we really want to help our community. Then they can understand Asian business what happening and what they're doing. Thank you so much.
Right, so let's have another interview. Thank you very much, the CEO. We have a finalist in one of the categories here tonight, and I'm going to introduce you to Ansar Ali from Design UK. Design UK are a finalist in this year's award ceremony, and later on we will find out whether you have won or you still remain a finalist. So can you just tell us a little bit about Design UK and which category you are nominated as a finalist.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. First and foremost, about Design UK, DSGN UK, Design UK, however you want to pronounce it. We're a digital marketing and branding company. We've been going for about 15 years now. We've built our company gradually with really slow steps. And what we do is we specialize in branding, marketing, design for print, web, and basically all forms of marketing. So if you've got a product, service, etc., we'll promote that to your target audience.
Right. So which category are you nominated in, and who are your competitors?
Okay, we're actually in two categories. The first one is supporting young people. This is something that I do with passion on a personal level, but on a business level as well. What I do is I go help schools, colleges, universities, within the community. We help try and grow them as individuals. We try and grow them as businesses, and that's we try and help them push boundaries. We try and basically exceed their expectations and do as best as they can.
What do you think you're going to... What's the other category?
The other one is actually, it's another personal one. It's a Business Person of the Year, which is, I've never been up for this award, and it's a privilege and an honor to be up there, amongst the best in Oldham. My chances, not very likely, but, I'm optimistic as...
Well, you are a finalist, so your chances are 1 in 3.
1 in 3, 1 in 3.
33% chance of winning.
33, but then there's 67% without winning. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it in the hands of the Almighty up there, and I've done what I can. We'll continue doing what we can, regardless of what the outcome is. There's Frank Rothwell, the legendary Frank Rothwell. I'm competing against. It's going to be quite difficult to, even be on the same kind of stage with him. But I'm here.
Well, all I can say, viewers, is he's being extremely humble here. However, I must admit, for somebody like Ansar, who started in a garage, his business, and now with his partners, they've come this far, and to be in the same category as the legendary Manchester Cabins, Frank Rothwell, and various other people is an absolutely huge achievement. So, as a finalist in 2 categories, you have actually shown that with a lot of determination, hard work, and passion for what you do, and never giving up. You're here, and if you win both categories, excellent. If you win one of the categories, yeah, good. And if you don't win any of the categories, it's still excellent. So we'll wish you well, and I'm sure the viewers will wish Ansar and Design UK team well, and we'll find out shortly within the next 2 hours if what happens with the result. Yeah?
We'll see. Thank you very much for all your support. And like Mr. Khan said, passion, desire, the will to work hard. It's in our blood. It's in DSGN UK's nature, and we'll carry on regardless. But thank you very much for your support. And if we do win both of them, Probash Bangla will throw a party for us. Yeah.
Yes. Why not? Why not? If you win, there's definitely a party.
And what if we win one?
If you win one, there'll still be half a party.
Have a party. Jahed, the man behind the camera.
Right, who's next? Have we got? Right, so we have come forward. So, friends, you've heard one of our finalists, and tonight we have another one of the Probash Bangla team, Amin Babar Chowdhury. So, how do you feel about this evening tonight?
I'm feeling great because this is one of the event which is one of the biggest event in business calendar for Oldham. And I would be saying this is one of the biggest events for Greater Manchester. Because I've been to many events so many times every year, but I never seen this sort of business event, apart from Oldham, which has got a huge opportunity and values. There's a big budget as well. So as a Probash Bangla team and one of the executives, so I feel privileged to be a part of Oldham businesses, and as well as today we are broadcasting it live, so it's a great moment for us.
So we have a number of nominations. Obviously, a number of nominations from all the nominations are from Oldham businesses, but within that we have a number who are actually British Bangladeshi businesses. in this town. Blue Tiffin is one of them. Safeguard Fusion Cookery Academy is one of them. Design UK is one of them. And I think there's another young lad here, Jannatul Chaudhry, who he does an online business. He is also a new entry, a young person. So what would you like to say to a lot of our viewers who are business people as well about perhaps getting themselves nominated into the Business Awards?
This is, I would be saying, is a positive sign because you involved with so many things, Moj. You know how everything runs and goes. But I would be saying, last 3-4 years, our business is doing really, really well. They're from 1,000, from 10,000 turnover to 100,000 million. Now, a couple of businesses are doing billion in Asian community. But they didn't think about to come forward, or I would be saying moving forward to promote themselves and to become a role model for our businesses. But the things are changing. I would be saying a huge thanks to you and Kash and others who are actually working very hard to give the passion in their mind. And this is one of the examples in this event tonight. You mentioned 4 people from the Bangladeshi community. It's a huge success for us. It's not only for the Bangladeshi, that is also from business and from the Pakistani community. So we feel privileged that Asian businesses is doing really, really good. And this is one of the reasons I need to mention to you and to our viewers as well. The Asian business leaders are organizing organizing the Asian Business Award in November, and through this network, I'll inviting all of the businesses to get involved and be part of this thing, whether it's nominations or the sponsorship. I think they should take this opportunity, and they need to show Asian brands are really, really doing really, really well.
I mean, the Asian Business Leaders Award ceremony in November is really to recognize and celebrate the huge success of business that has come of age over the last 40 years, from small business to 2.2 billion turnover, as you said. And it's an opportunity to celebrate, highlight, and showcase what all that's good about the business community and how it's contributing to British society.
Of course, business is the key for the economy. Business creates jobs, business creates so many things, and all of the things are good, positive for the community, for the society, and as well as for the country. And if there is so many things happening, but if you particularly see the Asian Business Leaders Award, which has been planned, it has got a significant values, and it is actually trying to create a different platform, and also trying to make bridges between our successful businesses and the newcomer, which I truly believe will inspire the newcomer or the new businesses, how they can become successful and how they can become 100,000 to a million to billion. So I truly believe these sort of things need to be happening more and more in the Asian community. Then we can see more lights and more stars are growing in this country.
Right, let's see who else is coming in. I can see Soibi. We have a number of people who are here. So shall we just call one of the new? Right, we'll wait till they've signed in. We have. Yes, we have a few other people who we're going to interview. So let's see who's here. Come here. This is Soibi. He's a solicitor at Wrigley Claydon Solicitors in Oldham, and you're coming to enjoy the evening tonight.
I hope so.
Have you? Is Wrigley Claydon gonna be? Is it nominated for any of the awards, or have you just come invited to support the actual evening?
No, none. I don't think we've not been nominated for any. But yeah, just coming to support.
And what do you think of the Oldham Business Awards in its 10th year?
I think it's a great achievement. I think the fact that we're still around 10 years on. 55 tables this year. Not many boroughs in Manchester that have that, and I think it puts Oldham on the map and shows how unique it is.
So just tell us a little bit about what you do at Wrigley Claydon.
So I work as a lawyer in the commercial and corporate team, dealing with contracts and companies coming in and asking me if they want to sell their properties or so on. So a mix of those two.
Great. Well, Thank you very much, Sobi, for coming over to tell us about what you're doing tonight. I'm sure you're going to be having some great food and being entertained by Rory Bemner, the comedian.
We'll see about that.
You already laughed, and I didn't even tell him a joke, you know. So you're going to be laughing all night by the looks of it.
I think they probably need you.
Right then. Well, thank you very much. And where's Mr. Alushan? So you're from Wrigley Clayton Solicitors, and what's your role there?
I do residential conveyancing.
Right. And what are you hoping to get out of tonight?
Meet new people and target new clients, new referrers.
And are you hoping to eat tonight?
Oh yes.
So there's lots of food, and Ali's gonna eat some food. Do we have anyone else who needs to be interviewed, or are we going to be? So are we still rolling? I've run out of guests. So we have Kabir here from DSGN UK. I'm guessing you are the managing director.
I'm a founding member, so yeah, I'm a founding member.
A founding member, and
I do on a voluntary basis help to consult and manage the business along with Ansar. Yeah, so as a team, we're all very proud of Ansar for what he's achieved so far, especially coming from the local community. Someone who's worked very, very hard academically. Initially, he wasn't very successful as a young person, but he's shown that he can be a role model to young people. He's understood the fact that by working with younger people, by allowing them to prosper, that he also helps him as well. He's taken the business far. He's very enthusiastic. And I think he deserves the award, and hopefully he'll do everyone proud.
great. So this is the Oldham Business Award. It's the sort of the whole of Oldham. It's a big thing. How could we encourage more of the Asian business community to get involved in this and be nominated for different awards and even sponsor some of the awards?
Well, first of all, I think we need to break away from the stigma that going to networking events isn't a good idea, because we've got this impression that everything has to be about, everywhere you go. We've got to get away from this idea that everywhere you go, you're going to go and secure business. It's a long-term thing. So when people go to more younger people, more people in the Asian community need to get involved in networking events. They need to go and mingle with other people in business. They need to build networks and see things as a long-term, a long strategy, rather than going to an event, getting business all the time and giving out cards. So I think that's important, first of all. And that will allow them to get into the gateway of the Oldham Business Awards and other events. And that happens at the Blue Tiffin and other places. So I think that's quite important for younger people. And I think that we need more people like Ansar who go and mingle with the younger audience and generate interest among young people in business.
What would you say about getting more of the young Asian women entrepreneurs on board?
Well, I think there are some already out there. There was an article called "The Material Girl" in Oldham Edge a couple of months ago. That's a really good story, first of all. But I think that died out really quickly. She should have been promoted a bit more. Then there's a lot of women out there, a lot of girls out there who are graduating from school, from colleges, and doing really well in education, and getting involved in business. With all these makeup artists and photographers doing really well especially in the Asian wedding industry. But we don't see that. That's not promoted. That's not celebrated, and I think that needs to be celebrated a lot more and given a lot more time.
Right. Well, thank you, Kabir. I can see some other people coming this way. So yeah, thanks for your kind words and have a great night.
Same to you. Enjoy.
Anwar. So we have Anwar Ali from Upton Enterprises. So Anwar, how are you tonight?
I'm very excited to be coming along tonight.
So are you winning any awards, or are you just here to support the nominees?
No, we're lucky we have one employee who's nominated for Employee of the Year, I think. So fingers crossed.
So where is Maria then? Is she here yet? We'll bring her here. We need to interview her. So, right, I'll give you 2 seconds to go and get her while I interview VJ here. So we have friends. We have VJ Srivastav here. He's a senior partner at Wrigley Clayton Solicitors here in Oldham, and soon to be in Manchester. And you have your lovely wife here. Yeah. So we have Pravina here as well. So I was going to ask you, you've been coming to these awards for, I'm guessing, all of the last 10 years?
For many, many years now. It's a fabulous occasion. Lots of local businesses all getting together. The whole event has grown and grown, and I think it's real credit that they're able to get such fantastic compares. Of course, not a patch on you, but I believe you were otherwise engaged tonight. Otherwise, Rory Bremner would have been moved off the top spot.
I guess Rory is slightly better than me.
Yeah.
So, Vijay, tell us a little bit about Wrigley Claydon. You've been here for over 100 years, and you offer various kind of services to the whole of Oldham, and now you're going to move into Manchester as well.
So Wrigley Claydon has been around for 225 years. It's the oldest continuous business in Oldham. We've been serving generations of individuals and businesses across 4 centuries. We're a general practice, but with specialised departments, and we're able to look after people from cradle to grave, and it seems to have worked over all of that time. We really love what we do. We really enjoy looking after folk, and that's what we've been doing for 225 years.
Fantastic. Well, friends, you've heard it from Vijay. Lawyers who love people, and that's all what it's about. When you're providing a service, you've got to love what you do, and you've got to love the clients that you work with, and you've done it over 4 generations and over 200 years. Fantastic. So, Pravina, what are you looking forward to?
Forward to the whole event, and I've been coming with him to a few events, and I can see how it's been growing, like he said, from time to time, and yes, he's doing very well.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Have an excellent evening, and we shall see you a little bit later.
Well, thanks to you, and you have a good evening too. And if Rory is otherwise engaged, you may be called.
Well, who knows, Vijay? We put a word in for me, and we might be there. Thank you. Thank you, Pravina. Right, we've got Maria and Anwar. So let's start again. So Maria, you are a finalist in which category?
Business Person of the Year.
Right. So what does Business Person of the Year involve?
It involves obviously making an impact, obviously in the community, also making an impact in terms of profit, and obviously employing local people and giving people opportunities.
Fantastic. So Anwar.
I think she's sold herself a bit short there. It's more about someone who's done quite a lot in Oldham, and especially in business as well. So someone being recognised for their achievements.
So Maria, you, as Anwar said, I think you've been being extremely humble. Maria's been in the community, working in Upton for as long as 15 years, and you do all the hard work, and finally you're here tonight. You're a finalist, so that's already a recognition. And what we were saying earlier was that we need to showcase more women entrepreneurs who are doing extremely well in business. And I just wanted to say congratulations and hope you win.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. And I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
My final question really is, just 1 second. Ruby, can you come after? So my final question is, what would you like to say to the young women who are watching tonight?
I would like to say, don't give up on your dreams. Keep trying. If you fail, we all fail at some point, and you just lift yourself back up and get out there and work hard and prove yourself, because you're just as good, if not better, than anybody else out there.
And on that note, we will congratulate Maria in advance of being a finalist, and we really hope that you win. So thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anwar. Oh, you have a great evening too. Right. I'm gonna. No. Oh, hi, Les. What are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm with Cafe Lahore tonight.
Right. And are you up for any awards?
Not unless there's something you haven't told me.
All right. Well. You have a great time. I know you do a lot of work behind the scenes on this, and tonight I've got you on front of the camera.
Yeah, for a change.
Right.
It's me here. Right.
Well, have a great evening. Right, who have we got here next? Right, Ruby, are you okay?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for agreeing to come and be interviewed here.
You're welcome.
So you come in here for the first time?
I am. It's my first time at the awards, and I'm so excited. I'm here attending with Doing Business for Yourself. A few of our colleagues are nominated for awards, so we're super excited to support them.
So this awards evening is in its 10th year now. It's very prestigious. It's the biggest award ceremony, the most attended award ceremony in the whole of Greater Manchester, and we have the great businesses of Oldham being celebrated and recognised tonight. How do you feel about that?
I feel very honoured to have been asked to attend, and also to attend and to network with a number of these companies. It's just so wonderful to actually see a number of independent businesses coming together to celebrate the great talent that we have in Oldham. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the evening.
Well, enjoy network, enjoy Rory Bremner, enjoy the food, enjoy the exceptional people that are being recognised tonight, and maybe next year you should be nominated for an award for the work that you do.
Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
So friends, we're beginning to come to the end of this part of the broadcast, and what better way to do that than to invite the Member of Parliament for Oldham Western Royton, Jim McMahon, who has just arrived, and I'm good.
Very good to see you. Very good.
Thank you. So tonight, Jim, is the 10th anniversary of Oldham Business Awards. What started as a small business award is now the region's, or actually, at least Greater Manchester's largest well-attended awards. And tonight is a very prestigious evening, and you've seen it through from possibly day one. How do you feel about how far it's gone?
Well, I mean, first of all, this is a tribute to Oldham businesses who sometimes, in spite of the economic environment, despite the government maybe not making the investment needed, are Oldham people who put their hand in their pocket and invest something of themselves in the town. And I think that's really inspiring. And what we see today, 10 years on, are businesses that have really grown. They're employing lots of people. They're creating lots of wealth for the town. And I just think, on a community level, that's just really inspiring.
Jim, Oldham was King Cotton at one time. And of course, with the decline of cotton, we're rebuilding. And Oldham's going to be king of something, whether it's digital, whether it's micro-entrepreneurial spirit that lives in this community. Where do you think we are going to be heading towards as a vision for this town? Because if we can create, you've got the vision, if we can communicate that vision with particularly the viewers who are watching, and a lot of people will be younger ones out there, what kind of words would you like to say to them?
Well, I mean, we're the king of cotton. We had 365 mills, we spun over 17 million spindles, but we're also the home of the first test tube baby. We're the home of the Lancaster bomber. We're the home of Frantis, which made the world's first computer, right here in Oldham. We've got a lot to be proud of. And I think that foundation is something that we can be proud of, but actually the future is more inspiring for me. And so if cotton was our past, I think being an entrepreneur is our future. So it won't be a big employer coming to employ thousands of people anymore, but it will be that grassroots entrepreneurial spirit that I think will be Oldham's future. And you do it. People in our Oldham community do it. And I absolutely believe that that's our future.
So my final question to you is, we've got Rory Bremner here tonight, and we had Steve Kilroy before, and he said we want to bring the big names into Oldham because it puts Oldham on the map. In terms of big names, there'll be a lot more people coming to this town as a result of the leadership that is being shown. Who else do you think we can attract from a global business sense, or even a political arena, into the borough that inspires the next generation, and your leadership and others can facilitate that?
Well, I think first of all, the people who are Oldham born and bred, homegrown, have been fantastic advocates for our town. So we have Professor Brian Cox, who of course is a world-leading scientist, a TV celebrity. We have Simon Wood, the winner of MasterChef, who is really kind of making his mark in the world of cooking here in Greater Manchester. And I think that's what I want to see more of, really. Not necessarily that we bring people in from outside of town. Any town can send an invitation out. But how do you retain people who do well, who can be anywhere in the world, but who choose to stay here because they believe in our town? And for me, that's the thing that makes me get up every morning, because we know that there are thousands of people just like that in our town.
Well, you've just hit it on the head, hit the nail on the head, that it's what you wake up for. when you wake up in the morning, whether you're when you're an entrepreneur or you're in any arena, is what do you live and breathe. So thank you very much for sharing that thought with us, and have a really fantastic evening.
Thank you for all that you do, Muz. It's really appreciated.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
I'll see you later up there. Right, friends, we've come to the end of the first broadcast, and what a way to finish with our Member of Parliament, Jim McMahon, who has given us some vision and great words of wisdom, which I'm sure will benefit us all. So we'll have to go inside now, and I'll come back and see you later, possibly once the winners have got their their awards in their hands. So assalamu alaikum and good evening.